execute.
Donald Trump has been pursuing protectionist policies since he took charge of the White House in January 2017. As part of such efforts, the Republican billionaire imposed tariffs on aluminum and steel imports earlier this year.
The U.S. is already gradually losing that paramount title and position globally, and under literally trillions, I repeat, trillions with a T, as in Thomas, trillions of dollars worth of national and private sector debts, without the likelihood of being able to pay any of those debts back to any visibly viable creditors.
President Trump also levied duties on billions of dollars worth of consumer goods imported from China and European Union countries. His controversial measures have infuriated America's trading partners who imposed retaliatory tariffs on U.S. imports. What seems to be a trade war between the U.S. and China has pitted the world's two largest economies against each other. The total value of U.S. trade with China stood at over $630 billion in 2017. Trade relations between the U.S. and China have not always been smooth, but they have changed dramatically after the two economic powerhouses imposed tit-for-tat tariffs on billions of dollars of imports. Given the circumstances, China seems to be tilting toward European countries that are also outraged by the U.S. tariffs. During a summit of Eastern European leaders in Bulgaria, China's prime minister underlined the need for opening markets and free trade.
China will continue to open wider, and this includes widening market access to foreign investors and including foreign products. Just as long as Chinese consumers like them, need them, and they're in good demand, then we will continue to open up. And step by step, we will lower the overall import tariffs. We should seize the opportunity to uphold multilateralism and free trade and continue the global economic recovery at this momentum. We shouldn't let it weaken and have this growth be reversed.
Prime Minister Li's official trip came ahead of a China-European Union summit in Beijing, where he is expected to discuss boosting economic ties with Western EU governments. Meanwhile, China is engaged in development of President Xi Jinping's 2013 initiative called One Belt, One Road. China's plan, known as the New Silk Road, would connect over 60 countries in Asia, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa through the construction of roads, railways, ports, and pipelines. Last year, President Xi promised to allocate more than $100 billion to fund the project, which is expected to funnel several $100 billion into the host countries.
So I found that rather ironic, or maybe not so, that Eastern and Southeastern Europe's future economic development hinges more on China's wider sweeping transcontinental Belt and Road initiative than on Western European Atlanticist and Anglo-American economic inertia at this point, when the latter are too busy conducting wars and raiding and pillaging natural resources from places such as Libya, southern and western Syria, and elsewhere. They're bound to lose the plot with regard to smarter, more productive cultures like China's.
And Donald Trump's protectionist policies have further set the stage for his Chinese counterpart to rally the support of other countries to carry out his ambitious plans.